Okay, I shall begin. So my name is Yaël Ossowski. I'm Deputy Director at the Consumer Choice Center. We're a consumer advocacy group that fights for lifestyle freedom, innovative technologies, and smart policies. So we strongly oppose the FDA's proposed ban on flavored cigars and menthol cigarettes. And the reason is very simple. By rendering flavored tobacco products illegal, the FDA is depriving adult consumers of a chosen product category and flavor rather than offering concrete solutions to get adults to switch to less harmful alternatives. Rather than tinkering on the edges, the FDA can actually take a definitive step taken by other global public health regulators. They can embrace and promote less harmful nicotine alternatives. It's as simple as that. Flavored vaping devices, nicotine pouches, snus, nicotine gums, lozenges, and much more. These products exist and they've been embraced by millions of consumers. They save lives. These products did not result from millions of dollars of government grants. They were not concocted in large boardrooms funded by tons of government dollars, nor were they the result of any government agency or anti-smoking group, many of which might applaud your actions today. Rather, these were products that were introduced by entrepreneurs and innovators who saw a market opportunity. And that's the 31 million Americans who still smoke and want a way out. The fact remains that many of these products are much more effective at reducing smoking than bans, restrictions, or the long arm of the law. The second reason is that by rendering these products illegal today, the FDA will create an incentive for illicit markets where there are no regulations, there are no rules, no product standards, and no one checks for ID at all. When I spoke to the FDA's May 2019 meeting on cannabis products, the argument that I had then was exactly the same as today. We should champion smart policy that encourages competition and choice, fact-based evidence on harm reduction, and eradicates the black market. Back then, it was to address the largely illegal cannabis market in the United States, and thankfully our country has learned a lot since then, and we've begun to undo many of those punitive and socially damaging restrictions in our country, and many states are leading the way. But we're still living with those consequences. How bad will the situation be once we've entered the territory of nicotine prohibition? If the FDA's law aiming to outrule flavored cigars and menthol cigarettes goes forward, it will indeed create a large black market. This rule will cut off legal supply, sure, but it will do nothing to address the demand for these products. We saw the same in 2019 in Massachusetts, where we have the task force admitting that the ban created an entirely new market of hundreds of millions of dollars worth of illicit counterfeit tobacco products brought in from other states. Studies have shown us the same in Canada and in Poland, and many of your former researchers from the FDA have done those studies. And what we've found is that at the very least, former menthol smokers have switched to using those menthol cigarettes. Is that a victory for public health, or is it an abject failure? Why is the FDA looking to replicate this? Is this the flag that you wish to plant for a public health regulator? The last few years have been very testing for the Food and Drug Administration. We know that with the pandemic, with the test, with the delays, the blocking of tests that were supposed to come to market, with everything that's happening today with the baby formula crisis, we know that the eye has been off the ball on what really public health should be about. Has the FDA considered that a menthol ban will not achieve its primary aim? It might actually end up pushing smokers to use other tobacco products. When Congress gave the FDA authority to regulate nicotine products, it was with the expectation that your agency would both discourage youth use and help adults quit. But sadly, today, the FDA has done neither on both counts. That's why we believe that a ban on menthol flavor and in flavored cigars would really do nothing for consumers. It would do nothing for giving them a healthier option, a less harmful option, and it will do nothing to help increase the process that we have between law enforcement, minority communities, and everything more. I know the FDA says that there will be no consumer penalties, but states write the majority of criminal laws in our country, and they will be following the incentives of the FDA, the incentives that they've seen with the drug war, and the incentives that they've seen with the current ongoing prohibition. So we urge you to rewrite these rules, start it over, and be sure that we focus on things that could actually help our communities. Harm reduction. Thank you.